Hey Can family, another day, another update. A lot of things are changing in immigration, and yet one more update on that. Let's talk about IRCC ending the grandfathering policy for study permit extension. Huge topic, let's make it simple and crispy. In simple term, what is grandfathering? Let's define that first. Grandfathering means respecting the previous or elderly policies even though the generation is changing. That's a general definition. But let me make it very clear. This whole news is coming from a technical briefing, which means the CIC has just explained that to some departments and it came in the news. It is not yet implemented, nor it is published, which means whenever a policy comes, you have to look into the CIC website and then only you have to validate. So it's very important to understand it is just a technical briefing, not yet implemented. Let's discuss further on this. How this is implemented in immigration? Very simple. Till now, if any policy comes and if the policy gets implemented, you might have always seen that there is a start date to it. So for example, when we see the study permit extension, the recent change come to the immigration where it says that, okay, you have to study in a particular course, particular time, and then only that will get you postgrad open work permit. It gives a very perfect timeline that, okay, you need to apply for a study permit extension or study permit before 31st of August, and after 1st of November, if someone is applying for a study permit or study permit extension, they ought to get into those courses which are approved for the postgraduate open work permit. So which is very clear, very crispy, because again, that was a deadline which was given for every student to apply for a new study permit or study permit extension. Now, let's discuss about what's this new policy or new update is coming on. The new update says that if even someone already applied for a study permit or study permit extension before October 31st, but if the course is about to start on the January intake, May intake or December intake of 2025, you still need to change your course and you have to go into one of the program, which is the 966 courses, which are approved by the CIC to grant you a postgrad open work permit, which is very simple to understand that, like we have discussed this before in multiple videos, that it's always safe to follow the policy even though it has some gray area. Always try to get into the courses which can 100% grant you the postgrad open work permit so that you can avoid any kind of risk. So let me put three scenarios in front of you. Let's talk about the first scenario, that if, for example, a student came for April or a September intake in Canada, new student, doing a 2-year program, one course from September onwards. Even if the course is not approved for the postgraduate open work permit, it is still the individual will be getting a 3 years of a postgraduate open work permit, because again, that particular student already started a 2-year program before November 1st, which is like in September or April intake of 2024. Anyone did a course even before, you guys also don't need to worry. Even if your course is getting finished in December 2024 or in next year sometime, you guys don't need to worry on that. Let's talk about the second scenario. For example, a student came to Canada for 1+1 program. First program started somewhere in January or last year. It got finished by April or September intake. But now the second course is also started somewhere in the April or September intake immediately. That means before November 1st, already the second course is already started. Even though that course is gonna be finished by January or April or next year sometime, still you guys are safe. That means you will be rewarded with a 3 years of work permit. Let's talk about the main category or main scenario which is going to be influencing by this policy if it get implemented. For example, you started your first program in May or January intake, which got finished by September or December intake, and you are about to take a next program in January, May or December of 2025. Yes, you need to be careful because you need to get a course which are approved by the CIC for the postgraduate open work permit. So once again, the third scenario is something where you need to be very careful if you are falling under that. And once again, even this policy get implemented later on, even if policy get delayed, don't panic on that. If you are the person who is getting enrolled for January intake, talk to your college and get it converted into those courses which will 100% will get you the postgraduate open work permit. And keep one thing in mind, even if your first course is not under that postgrad open work permit list, but your second course is under the postgrad work permit list, you will still get a 3 years of work permit. You don't even need to be worried. I believe till now, the things are very clear. If you got all the information and you reached till here, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. But let's talk about what are the exceptions to that. The old policy says very clearly that if you are going with a degree, or if you're studying in university programs where you're doing degree, master's or PhD, you don't even come under this new policy or old policy or anything. You can study business, you can go with any sort of course, and that is still implemented there. But if you are coming to Canada for a 1, 2 or 3 year course in Canada, always remember, take the course or enroll for the course which is required for Canada, so that you will be rewarded with a postgrad open work permit. And once you are on a postgrad work permit, that will get you a job easily, where you can get an employer and you can able to get a PR status in Canada. And always remember, immigration is simple. Stay away from rumors. And if you have any doubts or queries, comment below, or you know where to reach. We are there to help you. Thank you for being a part of a CAN family. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, because we will be posting right information, and we really want to make this whole Canadian immigration stress-free. Talk to you soon. Take care. Have a nice day.